version by Anuba. One has to wonder how many of these epic versions of our theme is floating around out there. But this one was particularly epic. I used it as the backdrop for my speech from Charlie Chaplin last night, and it coupled perfectly, like chocolate and peanut butter. The top news of the day is that Alliance Operation Heroes has officially ended, and no further donations or auction bids are going to be permitted. And really, that's just a matter of logistical necessity. General Tyler Brash has had to hire at least 4 new interns just to count all the cash, and 2 more to haul into scattered broom closets around the Freedom Alliance HQ with wheelbarrows for storage. The donation total came in at a jaw-dropping, incredibly democratic $119,211, and auction bids are tallied at $31,555 for a combined total of $150,766. Internet, you may meme that number at your pleasure. I hardly have the words. When I was growing up, dear listeners, I did not have a fun time of things. I had some developmental issues. Considering that this is video number 591, you might be able to detect a little bit of autism here, and you would be right, I am legally diagnosed as such. But I got no understanding or acceptance from my teachers. No individualized education plan, no tutoring, nothing. Just, I was told to figure it out. And given the heartless, conservative nature of the area that I was living in, I was told that these issues were my problem, my fault, and that no one cared if I was struggling. Well, now I have taken steps to make sure that no child will ever be left behind. No one else would suffer like I did. No one would be told that no one cared, because guess what? I do. The Freedom Alliance does. The Helldivers do. We are a force for good, and as long as we have the Watch, no one will be allowed to suffer in the dark alone. This time, I could be the hero that someone else needed. Thank you for allowing us to do this. We completely annihilated our original donation goal, and not only did we make history, setting a precedent that gaming is a viable metric for future works of charity for decades to come, you have made the lives of literally thousands of people all across our fair world so much better. Save the Children will be able to afford food for the hungry, water for the thirsty, and medicine for the sick. All because of you. You really are one of Liberty's greatest heroes. Commander Rod will be making a closing statement later on in the low-sodium Helldivers Reddit board, and even though I might talk for a living, he is way better at giving dramatic speeches, with a voice like melted butter and a scream that could shatter an automaton tank back into the contents of his garage's hardware drawer. Now tomorrow, I am issuing an angelic order. We should all take the day off. Things have been kinda hard lately. I mean, geez, that was a wacky month. Super Earth being invaded, dodging Leviathans, slapping the Predator strain around, fighting off Monty Python's robotic flying circus, and saving pretty much all of Super Earth's children. I dare say that you all deserve it. Go ahead and call for pizza, the good stuff. Yes, Samuel, my beloved, you can get popcorn. The show will be starting back up again on Monday because while we did save pretty much all the children in existence in every timeline ever, we still have the rest of the universe that needs saving. No rest for the weary or the democratic, my friends. So before I return to the massive, exhausting, soul-sucking time sink that is World of Warcraft, which is actually surprisingly good with its latest expansion, War Within. Yeah, I know. Blizzard actually making intelligent decisions? Didn't see that one coming. The evening news. As predicted, the attack on Boria was shut down late last night, only for the Automaton Jet Brigade to establish a firm foothold upon Duma tier, despite the Wolves' best efforts to tell them that we don't need any new gods, vacuum cleaners, or insurance plans. Scram, Elroy! Since then, the Automatons are pressed further south to Oslo Station, and it seems obvious that they are eyeing the recently conquered world of Gunvald as the next feather in their conquest cap. At the same time, another factory default wave of bots is proceeding down the western access corridor to Wezen, and will soon be invading Verillia 5 again. Please, mainframe. Please help me. You are literally my only hope in all of this. Please kill all the bad guys on the Western Front for me. I'll give you a cookie. A digital one. Just click that button that says accept all cookies. Now granted, Gunvald would be turned into a parking lot. On the other paw, the Legion, Scourge, Apostates, and Atom Divers are all gathered on this one planet, and their FTL escape route just got cut off. Losing 31 billion people is indeed a terrible tragedy. But I would much rather see all of these mucky fluffers dead, so this situation is most appealing to me. How is one supposed to deal with a situation where you would rather both sides lose because you hate them so intensely? Especially since, yes, for the love of liberty, Atom Divers, yes, I am acknowledging you. What are you, Roman Reigns? Now stop randomly murdering civilians to get my attention, or so help me. You're gonna get more of it than you can handle when I personally march down there and trigger some nuclear explosions by splitting the atoms of your backsides in half with my foot. I am also acknowledging the fact that your organization's combat habits and propaganda are deeply disturbing, and that I hope the Automatons bring the extra-large chainsaws so they can turn you all into an undemocratic mess. Now for a bit of news from the business sphere. Seeing as how they were already under foreign occupation and their stock price was dropping like a hellpod, Gunvald decided to sell off as much of their assets as they possibly could in order to deny the Legion divers the legal rights to use any of it. Not that the Legion actually cares about the rule of law, but hey, every little bit of fluff you until you're soft and pillowy for nap time helps, I suppose. In light of that, future foundations agreed to buy Gunvald out completely at a price of 2.4 million super credits today, and a certain other party agreed to partner with them, holding 26% of the stock value of the company for 625,000 super credits. And that would be me. Yes, indeedy. I am now the proud co-owner of the Gunvald Intergalactic Arms Corporation. What will this do? Well, it will deny the Legion divers access to the galactic stock market and the services of the Merc divers. Being able to take out contracts of the next conquest they once softened up would be bad. Come on now. You don't think they're just gonna stop with Gunvald, do you? The Legion has a fistful of bullets, a head full of mad, and think the universe would look better with their logo plastered all over it. Speaking of which... Such a lovely display of overt fascism, is it not? This just screws to me. We're going to shove barbed wire down your throat, pull the other end out of your butt, and floss you to death. But here's hoping that we don't have to worry about them too much longer. The Automaton forces attacking Oslo Station are at level 29, and it does not look like the Helldivers of the Liberation Fleet are going to be able to stop them. Nor is the defense on Wezen looking likely to succeed either, as fire tornado worlds are about as popular as the Legion itself. Tomorrow, the bots will come and they will put it into this little issue, and that'll be that. Future Foundations and Angel Corp will be there to help rebuild and repopulate Gunvald when this is all over. I wish there was another way, but there isn't. Sorry, everybody. Sometimes, even when you try your hardest, even when you do every possible thing that you can, things just don't work out, and not everyone comes home. I really do wish there was another way, but I've run out of options here. I've run out of allies, and it looks like Gunvald is running out of resources too. But hey, let's not end the broadcast on a sour note here. So, that's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pandera the Radio Angel, and I am going to deeply enjoy my day off tomorrow. I'm thinking about sleeping in, bubble bath, something tasty and maybe not even keto-friendly, and just not working for a little bit. Gotta recharge the Cattery batteries so I can perform more assault and batteries, you know? And really, if this fight goes the way that I think it's gonna, someone needs to avenge Gunvald. Someone needs to speak for these people, because they didn't ask for this. And personally, I elect me. So tomorrow I'm going to recharge my batteries, And this whole alliance between the Scourge, the Apostates, the Legion, and the Atom Divers, this so-called Scorched Earth Coalition, I'm gonna teach them a very hard, very fast lesson on why the name Pandera is a swear word in Illuminate space. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for the Angelic Rebellion. Viva la Revolution Angelique!
Huh. There's a new feeling. Pride in someone else. Unfortunately, it's overshadowed by all this unyielding rage!